Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Lisa Briggs Wednesday.
That's right. If you have questions for Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company, a lot of poinsettia questions, amaryllis.
Christmas cacti.
Yep. Just email us your questions at tips@channel3000.com. Lisa will be here in the studio and we'll answer your questions in just a little bit.
But first, topping the news today, the president visits Wisconsin as his campaign continues to woo black voters. Will have team coverage.
Migrant crossings in the southeast could play a pivotal role in next year's elections. This as outrage grows over conduct by the Texas National Guard. And the story of a Sun Prairie father-daughter team who are grateful for the outpouring of support after the girl needed heart surgery. Let's take a look outside. A little warmer today. That looks like a video we could have taken in September, doesn't it?
It does. Wet and mild are the weather words. Jacob Madison out in the backyard. Slowly but surely, we're creeping up there.
Yeah, and conditions today were very nice. Not only were the temperatures warmer, but we saw plenty of sunshine. Now, we're seeing mostly sunny skies right now, but clouds are expected to increase throughout the night. But the current temperature is in the middle 30s and highs were in the lower 40s for a lot of our area. Here's a look at the current temperatures across Dane County, still at 40 degrees in Sauk City. A few other areas still around 40 degrees with low temperatures not going to be too cold tonight. We'll see lows around 30 with plenty of cloud cover. Now here's a look at the temperature change over the last 24 hours. Not as dramatic right now as it was earlier in the day. Earlier in the day we had the temperature change over 10 degrees for a lot of locations. Now here's a look at the high temperatures. Pretty much our entire region got into the lower 40s and the average high this time of year is around 30, so we were pretty much 10 degrees above average for today. And looking at the wind speeds, the winds were pretty calm, which was another improvement compared to yesterday. Now here's a look at the forecast for tonight. Increasing clouds with low temperatures around 30, but we are going to see temperatures get even warmer as we head towards Christmas. But unfortunately, not only are we going to see plenty of rain, but we may not see the sun again after this evening until the middle of next week. I'll have more details on that coming up a little bit later.
Well, that's something. All right, Jacob, thank you. President Joe Biden is on his way back to Washington following a stop in Milwaukee this afternoon.
He toured a black-owned plumbing company before speaking to a gathering at the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce. Our Eric Franke is live in Milwaukee with details of the president's visit today. Eric?
Yeah, Susan and Mark, we are live on Milwaukee's near west side, just outside the Wisconsin Black Chamber. This was a pretty small gathering as far as presidential visits go, but as we've mentioned many times, the president, the Democrats clearly know the importance of Wisconsin in 2024. Today, narrowing that focus down a bit to Milwaukee's black voters, touting his economic efforts to help minority-owned businesses in cities like Milwaukee. The White House says the Small Business Administration in the last year has backed about $1.5 billion in loans for black-owned businesses, many of them right here in Wisconsin.
In Milwaukee, business applications are up 70% compared before the pandemic. The share of black people employed in Milwaukee in 2022 was the highest in more than a decade. But the investments aren't just about jobs. The investments we're making offer opportunity, hope to communities to fully participate in the economy. I vowed that we'd invest in all of America, and that's what we're doing. We're leaving no one behind. No one need be left behind.
No doubt about it, the president needs Wisconsin along with 4 other key states, Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and he basically got the same votes that Hillary Clinton got in the Milwaukee area back in 2016. And remember, much was made about Hillary Clinton back in 2016 not visiting Wisconsin enough, so Democrats see some real potential in Milwaukee's mostly black wards in 2024. So what did the community think of the president's visit? For more on that, we want to bring in News 3 Now reporter Catherine Merck, who spoke to folks who were here after the president's speech. Catherine?
Yeah, Eric, just as you were saying, the president's definitely making it clear that he's prioritizing the black vote in Wisconsin. That was made clear by many of the people I spoke with after the event was over. But I want to put into context some of those numbers that you were mentioning, Eric, back from 2016. Wisconsin swung from Donald Trump in 2016 to Biden in 2020. Trump won it by just shy of 23,000 votes, and a drop in Milwaukee's black turnout was a major factor in that. Biden carried the state by just shy of 21,000 votes 4 years later, when better showings in Madison and the suburbs helped offset low turnout for Milwaukee's black voters. Today, I spoke with the president of the Madison Chamber of Commerce, who was at the crowd today, and she said President Biden is showing everything he should do to convince black voters to cast a ballot for him in November.
You know, he's doing the work, right? He's investing in small chambers like ours, making sure that the dollars are reinvested into the community. Wisconsin, through the Governor Evers administration, has put more into business and economic development than any other state in the nation. So, you know, the work is being done.
And with the former President Donald Trump, the frontrunner for the GOP nomination in 2024, the Badger State could once again be in the position where they're going to have to choose between former President Trump and Biden once again. So that context is going to be even more important to look at this year.
No doubt about it, Catherine. Thank you. And we feel like the election's getting closer. Still 46 weeks until Election Day, but 2024 is almost here. Wisconsin certainly will play a large role. The vice president will be in Wisconsin in about a month. We'll have more on the president's visit coming up at 5 and 6. Mark and Susan.
Eric, Catherine, thank you. Reporting live from Milwaukee. Back here in Madison, Republicans argued Biden's economic record, it's not as good as the president would suggest.
Political reporter Will Keneally spoke with Janesville Congressman Brian Stile, and he joins us live from the Capitol with more. Will?
Yeah, so the economy has generally been a big issue for Republicans, and one that they say they can put their best foot forward on. So we spoke with a couple of key-name Wisconsin Republicans who argued that Wisconsinites have been worse off under the Biden presidency due to things like inflation driving down the buying power of the dollar.
I think it's important to recognize under the previous administration, we saw real wage growth increasing, and in particular for all key demographic groups, including Black Americans. What we've seen coming out of the pandemic under the Biden administration is real wages falling and stagnant at best.
Yeah, this comes as both political parties are working to turn out voters of color in Wisconsin, including in Milwaukee. Now, the Republican Party of Wisconsin today tells us that they have opened an office on the city's north side specifically for that goal. This is all as the parties are gearing up for a very competitive next year election here in Wisconsin. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. The Colorado Supreme Court has dealt former President Donald Trump a legal blow after declaring he is ineligible to be on that state's primary ballot, and he is ineligible to be president. The Colorado Republican Party says it is pulling out of the primaries and will hold a caucus instead. The Colorado Supreme Court cited the Constitution's insurrection clause, which states that no person shall be able to hold office if they have engaged in an insurrection or rebellion. Trump is planning to appeal the decision to the highest court in the land.
We're likely to get a decision from the United States Supreme Court sooner rather than later.
The issue divided the 7 Colorado justices, all of whom were appointed by Democratic governors. The decision marks the first time in history that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment has been used to disqualify a presidential candidate.
The United States has freed a close ally of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in exchange for the release of 10 Americans imprisoned in the South American country and the extradition of a fugitive defense contractor. That contractor is known as Fat Leonard, and he's at the center of a massive Pentagon bribery scandal. The deal represents the U.S. government's boldest bid to improve relations with the major oil-producing nation and extract concessions from Maduro. The head of the nation's border protection agency says his officers are now facing a serious challenge because of the spike in migrant crossings at the southern border.
This as outrage grows over a video that appears to show Texas National Guard soldiers ignoring pleas from a woman with a baby trying to cross the Rio Grande.
We want to warn you, some of the images you're about to see may be disturbing. Omar Villafranca has more from the border town of Eagle Pass, Texas.
In the early morning hours near the Texas border town of Eagle Pass, hundreds of migrants crossed into the United States illegally, making it past barbed wire Texas put up to keep them out. As the sun came up, dozens of migrants, including young children, crawled under the section of the fence. Agents processed more than 10,500 migrants along the southern border on Tuesday, according to unpublished Homeland Security Department statistics obtained by CBS News. That marks a second straight day of more than 10,000 apprehensions and is way up from an average of 6,000 a day in October.
This crisis has spiraled way out of control, and we are at the point of no return.
Many are being held in a makeshift staging area in Eagle Pass, Texas. They are given Mylar blankets to help with the cold while they wait to go to a nearby processing area. Texas's National Guard is coming under fire following the release of this video shot Saturday that appears to show Guard members ignoring cries for help from a woman holding a baby. Eyewitnesses said the pair seemed to be in danger of drowning as they tried to cross the Rio Grande. Immigration and civil rights advocates are demanding the Justice Department investigate. On Monday, the governor of Texas signed an anti-immigration law that would make crossing the border illegally a state crime and possibly a felony, with much harsher penalties than the current federal laws. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Eagle Pass, Texas.
Civil rights groups have filed a lawsuit to stop the new Texas law from going into effect. A father and daughter recently hit a major bump in the road just before going on vacation when they found out that the daughter was having heart issues.
The young girl named Alina needed a new heart at just 14 years of age. Our Jalen Banks caught up with her and her father on her progress. Jalen?
Alina was just a few days from going on vacation with her father, Anthony, when they decided to go to urgent care because she had severely swollen feet and ankles. After several tests, Alina and her father were told to go straight to the emergency room. They would soon find out Alina needed heart surgery. She would go on to have 2 surgeries, one resulting in a heart transplant, something her father says has given him a newfound sense of gratefulness and motivation.
I want to give her every opportunity that she can have, as a parent. Whatever it is she wants, to accomplish, to see, to go. I want to be right there with her and to be able to provide that however it comes,
Alina's family has started a GoFundMe for medical and living expenses while her father takes time away to take care of her. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from Alina on what her goals are now that she has this new lease on life.
Looking forward to that, Jalen. Thank you. The giant numerals that will signal the start of 2024 have arrived in Times Square.
The 7-foot numbers have been on a cross-country journey from Los Angeles to the Big Apple, pulled by a 2024 Kia EV9. They weigh more than 1,000 pounds and are made up of almost 600 light bulbs, which officials tested today.
We're going to have these on display here in Times Square, and that just signifies the new year. On midnight, when that ball drops, when the ball touches those numerals, the 2024 will light up, and we will be in 2024.
The numbers will be on display in Times Square until Friday for people to take pictures. After that, they're headed to the top of One Times Square, where they will light up at midnight on New Year's Eve.
I've never had a desire to be on Times Square on New Year's Eve.
Really? You've never wanted to do that?
Too many people.
Maybe in like the ABC studios, you know what I mean, that are right there.
Or in my living room watching it.
Yes.
It's even better. Well, you've probably seen the impressive video of the latest volcanic eruption in Iceland.
When we come back, we'll talk with a UW geoscience professor who's been at the site of the last lava flow. We'll find out why this area is so volcano prone when Live at 4 continues.
Hey, Packers fans, how about celebrating the Packers season in a new 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss? Hey, kick off your winning season with Quick Rewards Packers Points, only from Quick Trip. For every dollar you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Packers Point. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win amazing prizes throughout the season. Your winning season starts at Quick Trip with Quick Rewards Packers Points. See QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details.
Happy holidays from our Dwellings family to yours.
Happy holidays!
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
That's a way to get donations.
Welcome back. With final exams on the UW campus this week, the men's basketball team has had a break from competition, but that ends on Friday when Chicago State visits the Kohl Center.
It is the last non-conference game, and forward Tyler Wall says the team has learned a lot before it starts Big Ten competition, as he explained during this week's taping of the Wisconsin Huddle.
And that was the heart of this team, the fight that we have. Even though we've had a couple games where things didn't really go our way, we bounced back the next game, and we take care of the issues that we need to get fixed.
You can see more of the Tyler Wall interview this Friday on the Wisconsin Huddle at 6:30.
The rally on Wall Street stalls today as the S&P 500 posts its worst day since October. The Dow Industrials fell 475 points, down nearly 1 1/3%. The NASDAQ dropped 225 or 1.5%, and the S&P 500 was off 70 points. We turn now to the spectacular eruption of a volcano in Iceland.
The remote island nation is a popular tourist destination at this time of the year for the Northern Lights.
But now sightseers and residents are being warned about the dangers of lava and toxic gas spewing from the volcano. Brad Singer is a geoscience professor at UW-Madison and an expert on volcanoes. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Hi, Brad. Good to see you.
You have traveled to Iceland. You've been at this location where this current eruption is taking place.
Yeah. In 2008, there was an international volcanology conference in Iceland in Reykjavik, and I took the opportunity to work with an Icelandic geologist for a few days right in the area where this eruption is taking place on the Reykjanes Peninsula.
What was your reaction when you saw the video from Iceland?
It's pretty impressive eruption. Fortunately, there was seismic activity a few weeks ago that preceded this, and so the village, Grinvalsen, was evacuated. The closest inhabitation was evacuated, and people knew that this was a potential threat. I even talked about it in my natural hazards and disasters course that I was teaching this fall. I told the students to stay tuned. You're going to see an eruption before the end of the year, and that turned out to be the case.
How accurately can you predict an eruption like this?
Eruption forecasting and prediction is a tricky business. It's very difficult to put your finger on a day or time of day or anything like that. But with the seismic activity, that there was a big uptick in the number of earthquakes in short amounts of time, and they were very shallow. It was pretty clear that a dike of magma was rising below the Reykjanes Peninsula right in this area. And so it was just a good practice for the Icelandic government, and the common practice for them. They're well experienced with this, to move the people away who were in harm's way. And so they did that about a month ago, I think.
Some of the most popular sites, like the Blue Lagoon, have been closed. There's a power plant near this.
There's some kind of power plant. I don't know if it's a geothermal. Likely it's a geothermal power plant that could be affected by lava flows if the eruption continued. Today, this morning, it looks like it's waning a little bit, but it could also flare back up. You know, it could. It's hard to understand what's going on below the surface. Anything below the surface. I
was just going to ask you that. Do they normally pop, or is it a continuous lava flow potentially for an extended period of time?
What I understand about this eruption is there was an abrupt uptick in seismicity, so earthquake activity, very shallow beneath the surface. And the eruption onset coincided almost immediately with that. Just after that earthquake swarm, the magma came to the surface, at first abruptly, and then what happens is this is fed through a fracture in the crust, a giant crack. And so it's called a fissure eruption. So the fissure is about 2.5 miles long. And it's just basically a ribbon of magma coming up along that crack and erupting as lava. And it looks like the eruption fountains are like 100 meters high, 300 feet high. Now there were 5 main places where the lava was coming out, but now there's 3 this morning.
And this is one of the most active volcanic areas on the planet.
Certainly, yeah. Iceland is well known to be very active. It's right along the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which is a divergent plate boundary, a mid-ocean ridge spreading center. Happens to be a place where that spreading center comes out of the water, above water, and people can live there, but it's a very dangerous place because of the active volcanism. There was an eruption at just south of where this eruption is taking place. There was an eruption in 2021 and 2022, much smaller than this one. So this part of Iceland is one of the most active parts of Iceland.
Do we know when this volcano erupted the last time?
I looked as best I could tell. I'm not an expert on Icelandic volcanism, but it looked like there were eruptions in this area in the 1800s last time.
Not since then.
But as far as we know, there's no casualties right now. People are been moved, and it's pretty safe.
I haven't seen any information about casualties or threaten life or injuries or anything to date.
It's a spectacular show.
What about tourism from this point forward?
The airport is nearby there too. I remember flying in the airport. You have to pass by the Blue Lagoon. The airport is out on the Reykjanes Peninsula, so it may be that they're limiting traffic in and out of there for a while until the eruption subsides. I don't know.
Wow. Time will tell.
The power of nature.
It's amazing. Brad, thanks for being with us
Very
today.
Interesting, Brad. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Well, still to come at 4, we've all heard it at one time or another in our lives.
We're talking about the mom's voice. You know it when you hear it, even if it comes from another species. We'll meet a mom who stopped a moose in its tracks when Live at 4 continues.
Dane County Humane Society is your local nonprofit animal shelter. Your donation supports the care and comfort of thousands of companion animals, farm animals, and wildlife in need every year. Go to giveshelter.org to donate today.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months with $53.49 cash due at signing. See your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
There's no place like home for the holidays, but it isn't quite the same when your house is cold and drafty. We want everyone to have the gift of a warm and comfortable home. So we're bringing back our best offer of the year for the holidays. But you have to call us before December 31st. So give yourself the gift that keeps on giving because you keep saving. Stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Stella uses AT&T for her internet and mobile service. Abby has Spectrum One. The difference is big. With AT&T, Stella pays a lot more.
I do?
It's $110 a month for AT&T internet and an AT&T unlimited extra line.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets big savings. Spectrum internet with the most reliable internet speeds.
It's really fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, and an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G, all with no added taxes or hidden fees. Now you can get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
With Spectrum One, Abby is saving big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings. So Stella, what do you think?
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Spectrum One is a big deal. Call 800-872-0180. Visit Spectrum.com or a Spectrum store today.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Dane County Humane Society is your local nonprofit animal shelter. Your donation supports the care and comfort of thousands of companion animals, farm animals, and wildlife in need every year. Go to giveshelter.org to donate today.
We'll take a look at the sea animals at London's Sea Life Aquarium. We got into a little Christmas treat this week. Display supervisor Joe Feasy Kemp donned a Santa costume and brought a little Yuletide cheer to the fish and other creatures in the ocean tank. The penguins and terrapins also received gourmet treats from aquarium staff. 'Tis the season.
'Tis the season. Just a reminder, Lisa Briggs will be here in just a little while.
She'll be answering your plant questions, so email them to tips@channel3000.com. Tips@channel3000.com.
It does not feel like December 20th.
No, Halloween will likely be colder than this Christmas. All the full forecast coming up right after the break.
Are you looking for a pre-owned vehicle that doesn't break the bank? Come visit Stark on the Beltline. We've got Hondas, Subarus, Toyotas, and trucks, and local financing options to help you get the best rates you deserve. Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
Join the media sales team at Television Wisconsin and be part of something bigger. If you're passionate about helping local businesses succeed, apply today at channel3000.com. We're not just hiring, we're building careers.
Willie Street Co-op has the perfect gift for every foodie on your list. Our seasonal gifts feature thoughtful selections of great goodies like culinary delights for your favorite gourmand or treats for the sweet tooth in your life and special items for the host with the most. We even have gift ideas for kids. And the best part is every time you purchase one of these seasonal items, you're supporting fair trade, local, and natural vendors. Be an amazing gift giver and do a world of good with Willie Street Co-op this holiday season. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
There's challenges, and I love overcoming challenges.
When Better Money Habits content first started coming out, it expanded what I could do. For Special Olympics athletes with developmental needs,
thousands of Bank of America employees like Scott spend countless hours volunteering to teach people how to reach their financial goals.
It felt good. It felt like I could take on the whole world.
What would you like the power to do?
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe with 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. CeraVe moisturizers.
We have a variety of quality pre-owned vehicles, including Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, as well as many other popular brands, right here at Stark on Highway 19, located at 502 West Main Street here in Marshall, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for the rest of this week going towards Christmas. We're going to see mild weather continue until next Tuesday, the day after Christmas, before temperatures start to cool off again. We also are going to see a few rounds of rainfall, the first one being late Thursday night into Friday, and then we also are going to see plenty of rain for Christmas Eve and Christmas itself, and that will continue into Tuesday and Wednesday after Christmas. So here's a look at future track. We are going to see clouds increase throughout the night, but we're not expected to see any precipitation for at least another 24 hours, possibly not even until Friday morning. So throughout the day on Thursday, plenty of cloud cover, maybe a light sprinkle, but the consistent rain won't move into our area until early Friday. But expect continuous rainfall during the day on Friday before it clears out of the area by Saturday morning. Saturday will be similar to tomorrow, plenty of cloud cover, but not expect to see a lot of rain, maybe a few breaks from the clouds. So that's really the only chance of sunshine we will see for the next several days. As more rain will move into our area Christmas Eve afternoon and continue throughout the night Christmas Eve into Christmas. So Santa will definitely be flying through some rain as he treks towards southern Wisconsin, because we're going to see plenty of it for Christmas morning and Christmas Eve night. And that rain is going to continue for much of the afternoon on Christmas into Tuesday before it begins to break up during the afternoon on Tuesday. And temperatures will also cool off by the time we get to Tuesday afternoon. And we do have a small chance of some snow on the back end of this system after Christmas. But looking at the total precipitation through Wednesday morning, we could see over an inch of rain for a lot of our area. This is the rain we're going to see Friday on top of the rain we're going to see from Christmas Eve through Tuesday. So plenty of rainfall, but those temperatures are going to be very mild. There's not going to be a chance of snow until Wednesday of next week, as we'll see low temperatures around 30 tonight, so fairly mild. And then for tomorrow, we'll see highs around 40. So still not super mild, but take a look at the next 10 days. We could have high temperatures possibly in the lower 50s for Christmas Eve and Christmas before temperatures start to cool off by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Let's backtrack a little bit and talk about Halloween's high this year. It was 36 degrees, and so we are likely going to be warmer on Christmas than Halloween this year. And here's a look at the previous times that has happened in Madison. Only 6 times since 1895, so very rare. And not only that, we're going to be possibly over 10 degrees warmer compared to Halloween. So a much different Christmas is expected this year, with plenty of rainfall, but very mild temperatures. The chance of snow will come as a mix on Wednesday with a slight chance of a snow shower on Thursday. At this point, though, I don't expect to see any accumulation. I also want to point out that when the temperatures cool off for Wednesday and Thursday of next week, even though they're going to be in the upper 30s, that's still above average for this time of year. The average high for Christmas is supposed to be 29, and we're going to be possibly in the lower 50s. So very above average. The Christmas morning low will likely be in the 40s, so that will definitely not feel like Christmas. And as I mentioned, Santa will be flying through some rain, but at least the temperatures will be comfortable for him. I'm sure you can handle it, though. I'm sure other parts of the world are pretty cold.
Need some galoshes instead of a sled.
A Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, all you need for Christmas is a coat and an umbrella. Don't need your hat, gloves, or scarves or any of that.
All right, thank you, Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob.
Well, no matter the species, moms will do almost anything to protect their family.
So when a woman from Anchorage, Alaska saw her beloved Yorkie come face to face with a young moose, she did what comes naturally.
She used her mom voice to scare away the moose. David Allgood talked with the mom about those brave moments.
I'd like you to meet a fun couple.
Hi, I'm Kathy. This is Pixel, and this is my husband,
Everett. Go get him. And if there was any doubt, they love their dog son, Pixel. Check out his holiday pics. Can we all just say this Yorkie is too cute? Why the name Pixel? Catherine is a nature photographer. Check out her pics of pikas. Not bad, huh?
Either I'm real quiet or I'm real noisy, depending on the animal.
Sometimes you got to let those animals know you're there. So Catherine has a mom voice.
Just to get the emotions and feel that, you know, get in the character. No!
Look at Everett. That's a husband voice, too. But more important, it's a voice that saved her beloved Pixel.
But then I hear him barking, like really serious barking.
5-pound Pixel had discovered a heavyweight moose on the porch.
Pixel's on the deck. He's barking at this moose.
So Catherine dropped her groceries and ran through the house, and this happened.
Hey! No! And the moose took off after Pixel. So that's when I started yelling at the moose to, hey, hey, hey.
Catherine conjured up the mom voice for the moose.
And that's when I got the mom voice, the husband voice, the retired law enforcement voice, full artillery, lethal weapon here. No, my biggest thing was get the dog away from the moose. Next thing I know, the moose stops, the dog's gone, and like, oh, all's well. That worked. I used my mom voice.
We all know that mom voice. The moose, it did make a move.
He did take a forward swipe at Pixel, but Pixel was already moved off.
But Pixel cleared the scene and was safely off. And Catherine?
And I was surprised the moose just stopped, like, whoa.
Everett wasn't surprised the moose stopped.
I can probably look at him and say no better, right? Because I'm used to saying no to him.
Love. It's knowing when to say, whoa.
No! Are you yelling at me or the moose?
Let's not forget the patented mom finger pointing.
They just said that really did it.
This is it.
Yeah.
So Pixel is the picture of a pampered pooch. What did we learn?
You can yell at animals and it can work. I don't know.
Maybe we learned what Mama says Moose does. And that's...
Hey! No! My yard, my rules.
That is so great. She could have said, I'm going to count to 3.
That's right.
1, 2.
We've all heard that voice.
Yes, we have.
Well, up next, Lisa Briggs on the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions.
Email your questions to tips@channel3000.com, and Lisa will answer your questions when Live at 4 continues.
Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
My name's Paul, and I'm always happy to help you try to find that right garage door for your house.
We had an idea of what we wanted, but when you actually see it, we are just so excited. We love them.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Hey, you should try new Robitussin Honey Medi-Soothers for long-lasting cough and sore throat relief. Try new Robitussin lozenges with real medicine and find your voice.
You know, we really need to work on your people skills.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, join us for live team coverage of the presidential visit in Milwaukee today.
Mild weather today, Thursday and Friday will turn unseasonably mild for this weekend into early next week, including the Christmas holiday. That means a green Christmas for us. At 5, we'll see when the best chances for rain will be through the holiday.
And ahead at 6, a popular longtime Madison bakery is closing. The reasons why and how much longer you have to get some baked goods. That's tonight on Newsroom Now at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, 56 degrees.
A little cloudy in San Fran today.
That's nothing new. Well, if you're looking to be dazzled this holiday season, you'd be hard-pressed to beat the Christmas decorations in Tokyo. Hundreds of thousands of sparkling lights and displays blanket the downtown area. And this being Tokyo, camera phones out in full force, taking in the pictures. Well, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Hello, Lisa.
Hi,
you
Lisa.
guys. How are you?
Still time to email them if you're just watching right now. tips@channel3000.com.
Yeah.
You brought Mark's nemesis.
My favorite.
I know. It's a memorial Christmas cactus. Well, actually, it's a Thanksgiving cactus.
Is it?
Yes, because it's got pointy lobes on the leaves. That's how you tell the difference.
Oh,
See how these are
interesting.
pointed and not rounded and scalloped.
So
it's a Thanksgiving cactus, which have a longer bloom period than Christmas cactus, and they also come in more colors.
So you should get a Thanksgiving one.
That's mostly what you're going to find. The Christmas cactus are sometimes like sort of this peachy pink color, which is not really what people want. So 9 times out of 10, what you're going to find at the garden center or at the florist is going to be a Thanksgiving cactus and not a Christmas cactus or an Easter cactus, which has got an even different leaf.
But do they bloom at the season that they're supposed to, or they don't know when it's Easter?
Oh, well, the Easter ones do bloom in the spring. They bloom as the days get longer, where the Thanksgiving and Christmas ones bloom as the days get shorter. We always talk about day length is what you need to do to trigger the flower bud production.
They need to be in a dark room.
You want it to be in a place where it's light during the day, but dark at night. So not your family room where you're watching TV until 11 o'clock at night, where there's light in there. You want it to be in a place that doesn't have ambient light.
Okay.
It's a beaut.
It is really a glorious thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to come home with me for a couple of days because I have some time off, and it is not my favorite either. So there you go.
Well, I know I like them. It's just we get so many questions about them.
We do get a ton of questions.
They're pretty high maintenance, aren't they?
I think they're easier than like a poinsettia, honestly, because they can take cool temps. They do really well if you're an underwaterer. But they live, you know, how many times have people called and said they've got like a 75-year-old Christmas cactus? Yes, they live forever.
Della wants to know, is it too late in the season to trim my burning bushes, and how far back can I trim them?
So burning bushes do have a flower in the early spring, so technically they are a spring bloomer, but the flowers are not anything that you want to write home about, so you can go ahead and prune it back anytime. You can go pretty drastic if you need to, although it will take the plant some time to recover from that. But an easy 25 or 30% of a shearing will be just fine. And you can do it at any time now.
All right, very good. Our next question is from Gretchen. She said she has is that a bromeliad?
Bromeliad.
Oh, bromeliad. That is done blooming, although the flower stalk is still there. So now it looks there's a new group of leaves forming a new plant.
Like a little puppy, a new plant coming from the sides.
So if she repots the new one, what does she do?
I would wait you'd want to wait until spring. Now it's not a great time to be repotting plants, especially plants that have issues with slow root development, because you put them in a pot, there's a lot of extra soil, and they tend to drown and rot. So keep up with the watering, make sure that you let the surface dry between waterings. You can cut back that flower stalk, and then in the spring, stop into the garden center and we'll talk you through the process of removing those new little plants and repotting them.
Okay, great.
Jeff wants to know when's the best time to top dress your lawn, and with what?
Well, there's a question. So sometimes when people are talking about top dressing their lawn, they're talking about putting down some compost or some manure or something like that to sort of increase the fertility. That often goes along with a process that we call aeration, where they poke a bunch of holes in so that whatever they're top dressing with goes down into the root zone of the plants. Best time to do that is in the very early spring, just as the grass is starting to green up, or in the fall. You can also do that whole process in the fall. So not now, the ground is frozen, it'll be hard to get in there.
Quickly, Michael wants to know, the common houseplants poisonous to cats?
What common houseplants are poison to cats?
Lilies.
Lilies.
Are poinsettias?
Nope.
Well, okay, we have this thing. So according to the ASPCA or ASP, whatever it is, they are toxic as an irritant. It would take a lot of leaves, a lot of eating it to cause some gastro upset. So the Humane Society lists them as toxic because they do have some effect on pets. They are not toxic as far as being deadly to pets.
Lilies especially.
Lilies are, though. Lilies are bad.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys, too. And
Lisa.
Merry Christmas to everybody out there.
Thanks for the questions, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin for our Buzzed Into Madison segment. This month we are joined with Dr. Szynski, who is fellowship trained. Can you tell our viewers what that means to be fellowship trained?
Yeah, so it's just an extra year of specialty training after our orthopedic training, and I specialized in foot and ankle reconstruction.
Now, it is the winter season. Everyone is worried about those falls and those injuries, and especially with the foot and the ankle. What can you avoid? Are there any tips?
Yeah, so the foot and ankle are pretty at risk during this time of the year. So I usually recommend a few things. One is, to avoid being outdoors if possible. If you have to be outdoors, just be cognizant of your location and your path, and make sure that icy or snowy areas have been cleared off. Number two is just to make sure you're wearing appropriate shoes, a good fitting shoe with traction, treading, or even a slip-on spike device to improve traction is helpful. And then number three, I think it's important to wear good socks. It's not something that most people think about, but I think a layer of a breathable sock, like a nylon or a polyester sock or even a bamboo sock, and then a second layer of a wool sock for warmth.
There you go. You heard it from the expert. Put it on your Christmas list. There you go. That's a perfect idea. You can see Dr. Szynski in Madison, in Beaver Dam, or Edgerton, and a lot of times he has same-day or next-day appointments. Thank you so much, Doctor. We appreciate your time. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
So, change of plans. We'll be spending the holidays at your place.
Oh, yay! Everyone remember what you're supposed to grab?
We're Santa's little helpers. Some might call us elves, but Santa's little helpers is what we call ourselves. We're Santa's little helpers, and if you want to know, there's nowhere else on earth that we would rather go.
Get 12% off all last-minute gifts at Menards.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Here's one final look at your forecast. Tomorrow we're going to see cloudy skies. Likely not going to see that rain until early Friday, but it is expected to last for much of Friday. And then we're going to see cloudy skies again Saturday, but no rain for that day. Christmas Eve, we'll see rain develop in the afternoon and continue Christmas Eve night into Christmas itself. And that will also continue for the afternoon of Christmas into Tuesday. Now, there will likely be some breaks from the rain, but pretty consistent rainfall is expected for both days. Tuesday, we will also see the rain kind of breaking up throughout the afternoon. A chance of rain will continue into Wednesday, and then we could see a mix of snow for Wednesday and Thursday as temperatures cool off. But even by the end of next week, highs in the upper 30s are still above average for this time of the year.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor joins us with advice on dealing with the blues during the holidays.
And it's nothing but joy in our Traveler Throwback Thursday. We revisit the Hollandale Bell Ringers. We'll have more sounds of the season, speaking of bell ringing, when Live at 4 continues.
Hi, I'm Gary Canolti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me March 23rd through April 1st as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
A 33-year-old woman has fenders and a new headlight installed on her bike, but the parts are badly designed and cause her to crash. She never walks again. She decides to hire Habish, Rotier, and she receives $14.5 million. The Habish team negotiates with the headlight manufacturer in Germany, the fender company in Hong Kong, the fender designer in Madison, and the bike shop in Seattle. It is literally the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Burning the candle at both ends this holiday season? Well, if it's Z's you need, the holiday sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. And right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Queen for only $332.49. Or check out Easy Choice Plush or Firm, now just $474.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
We have live team coverage of President Biden's visit in Wisconsin. He was at the Milwaukee Black Chamber of Commerce. Hear his remarks tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
Well, today's Sound of the Season features the Austrian Christmas carol, Still, Still, Still.
And it's been around for some time. The tune first appeared in 1865. Here's Madison's Good Shepherd Lutheran Choir.